See ya.
Paul is awesome. He's probably one of my favorite professors at the university and just one of my favorite people in general. People call him Land or Dad for a reason.
He's always got his office door open for students to come in, and they're just relaxed, and it's just a time to get to know the students better and to just hang out and de-stress and have a good family atmosphere.
My door's always been open since I started here, since we started the radio station, because I was the general manager for the station. We had a lot of students that came in initially. Tim Thomas, Mike Shea, some of the early DJs. We would have meetings, so I would meet with the directors, just like Hannah's the program director and we have the training director. And so I would meet with them, and so they would stay in here a lot early on. But it wasn't like it is today. It wasn't as many students. But I always enjoyed having students in the office.
And he's like he is like a professor, but it's not like a normal relationship that you have with your professor. It's like you can like go to him to talk about anything, and he's just like very like open to listen to what you have to say. And it's just like a very like, I would say like comfortable relationship that you would have with him, I guess.
I'm not quite as outgoing as Paul, but and I do that more with one or two people. But I could never have a crowded office like that. I can't multitask, and the older I get, the less I can work with a big room. And he's got a small room with a lot of people. I personally couldn't do that, but I admire him for doing that.
Paul's office is like a safe haven, almost.
I love going to Paul's office because he's my friend. We just talk about life.
Paul, yeah.
I think I can call Paul my friend.
It's just fun. Like anytime you go in there, there's like a ton of people, there's music, and people are just having a laugh, and it's just fun to go in there.
Lately, it's gotten to where it's a lot of people, because it used to be just a few people.
Yeah.
It used to be just us.
Usually, yeah.
Yeah, well, whenever we would go in, the time we would go in, it would just be us.
Yeah.
But, yeah, whenever we go in, it's always a great atmosphere.
When I was in school, and I would have loved to have had this opportunity. And so I think it's a good place. This is just as important sometimes as what you learn in classes this time, that you can get to know each other. It strengthens the bond of students.
It doesn't really feel like an office. It feels like a hangout spot.
Yeah. That's like my hangout spot. Like I know that like students like have like the lounge or like the library. Like I go to Paul's office to hang out. I don't go like anywhere else, I guess I could say.
But I really like going to his office because it's like a really like neutral, safe space. And everybody just hangs out and has a good time and jokes, and that couch is like super comfy.
But if you just look at that couch, it's been in this office for almost 10 years. And you see the wear and tear on it. That's just students, sitting. That's just humans that have sat there, have worn that couch out. And that's kind of cool. I like that, It's just, there have been, you don't know Dan Harris, but Dan used to sit there. And you don't know Mike, but Mike used to sit there. Right? And Lynn used to sit there, and Dylan was there. And so when I see you, I know Peggy's not going to be here forever, but she's a part of who's been in this room, and that's pretty cool. I like that.
Honestly, if you're ever concerned about anything class-wise or just personally, Paul is a great person to talk to. He just has fantastic advice. He genuinely cares. He will do his best to help you. He's helped me through a whole lot, and I'm very grateful for him. And I think a lot of people, can benefit from talking to him. They should definitely give him a chance. And if they have any worries or any questions about anything, go drop by his office.
And I welcome any student to come in. Anybody can come in and talk. I always say that I've got an open door. I advise about 27 students. I have 27 advisees, but I have a lot more students that I get to advise in a casual way. And sometimes there's serious conversations. Sometimes students shut that door and they say, I'm having trouble, I need help with this. And I'm glad that, we have great counseling, and I'm not a licensed counselor, but I don't mind giving advice if I'm asked. I'm not going to intrude or be overbearing, but I care about our students, I really do. So,
whenever I'm talking to Paul, it's not so much as advice from Paul or any kind of suggestion from Paul, so much as it's just, I don't want to say two adults talking business or whatever, but it's more like we both talk about our experiences, and I guess I learn through that instead. But Paul teaches me things of like appreciation, and he's a man who really and truly appreciates Lander, this life, his job, the students, everything. And so I guess that's what Paul's giving.
And but I've learned to be able to say, okay, I need everybody to go because I need a grade, or I need to write this article that I have to write right now. And so I'm okay now going, okay, everybody needs to go, and I got to shut the door for a while. And that's okay, but it'll be open again, so that's fine.